I want to welcome everybody to Garden Gnomes Etc. Thanks for stopping by. I think what we got today is something pretty cool. It's hot on the market. I'm probably guessing a lot of you guys probably don't know what these are. I know a lot of my family and friends didn't know or never heard of such a thing. But these here are actually rain chain cups. And the rain chains themselves came from Japan. And it's just basically different kinds of chains and loops coming down from your gutter down to a basin or a way to take your water out. Now these here are a little more fancier. They're cups, and you might think that they're copper cups, copper ornaments. You're not too far from being right on with that. But I have 8 different types here. I have all kinds of copper and other sorts of materials, metals and stuff for your picking. But this one, and what I'm doing here is I try to, and most of these, they're hot in California, in certain areas where people like to hang them from their gutters, or like a gutter attachment type of a thing to take the place of their downspout, because it's not the most attractive for people with the bigger type houses. And not to cut anybody down, this looks nice just coming from your gutter into your garden spot. You can make a pretty nice rock garden setting. But what I have got here is no matter what I did, I tried, I couldn't get this to work with my gutters. The gutter placement wasn't right, and I got a feeling that a lot of places there's some things where you might not have the opportunity to use such a thing. Now these here can be used in different ways, even if you wanted to just hang them from a tree as an ornament. But to cut to the chase, I guess, is I needed to, with doing the gardening for so long, I saw a lot of value and a lot of cool things with these. And I worked with one of my, a garden artist that I talked to quite a bit, and she kind of suggested an alternative to it, because like I said, some of us, like here we have basements, a lot of places you have to have these things go into a storm sewer, because you just can't have water from your roof and going, and it just kind of floods everything, especially the people at the basement. It kind of gets in there, creates a little bit of a problem. Sometimes you don't have a gutter, so the opportunity of using this may not be there. So what I'd like to share with you is, and I'm going to try to open this up pretty soon, is making a rain chain fountain. And the thing is, you don't need an 8-foot length. You don't need a 15-foot. I'm going to probably offer them as a foot, just in maybe a foot or two, and you can mix and match. And basically, when you look at these types of things, like this cup, it pertains right for the garden. It's a hummingbird with copper. They're very easy to flex. You can form them. Here's another one with a butterfly, another one for the garden. This one here is the dragonfly, and the way you put these together is they're very easy. You can use a pair of pliers, you can use your hand, and they just clip together. And you can bend them with your hand, and so on. You keep on going. So right away, in this particular one, I'm going to use it as a garden feature over a pond, an existing pond, and with the butter. And these are things that you would expect to see in the garden. So I'm going to hook up a hose and a pump and a basin, and probably this one will probably be only about 4 feet. Here's another one here. I'm going to use separate, because this here's a cool, it's baskets with cut glass. It's a strawberry with the leaves. And I'm going to have a 4-foot just with this, and with the sun you can see where it goes right through it, make it look real nice. Another thing with making this a water fountain, I can enjoy the water continuously, where if you're in a dry part of the country and you have these hanging up from your gutter, they're going to sit there for a little bit. Here's another one I like. Here's bees on a flower type of thing. Here's a pineapple. Again, I kind of pick things that would look good together. Here's a sun. These are all kind of round type of cups, and again, they're very easy. You just do it, hook it up to that hanger, and you're good to go. You can keep on going. That makes a spectacular water fountain. Now the one that I kind of like, this is probably the king of all rain chains. This is the Lotus. This here, I have it specifically going to go for my patio pond, and I'm going to hook, I'll show you how to do this later when I get it hooked up. But all these do is they twist on. I think this one here probably runs at close to $300 for 8 feet of it, but it's well worth it. You just twist it like this, and then you come with the next one. And so on. And this is another spectacular waterfall that I'm going to have installed, because I don't have the opportunity for a gutter. So I'm going to make 4 different types of rain chain fountains. Now when you're talking about a basin, what is a basin? A basin's just another way of letting water go into some type of decorative container. Maybe you have a pot or whatever. You stick a small type pump in there with enough tubing to come up around. You might want to try to conceal it with maybe up and through a tree or something, come around. Maybe you make some type of a garden art type of tripod. The only thing I recommend is having, wherever you mount these, to have it pretty sturdy. I know a lot of people put them on branches and stuff, but when you get a windstorm, those things are going to whip around. There's no chain alive that's going to hold to that. But you can see where I tried to plan different rain chains for different types of garden aspects. And back to the basin, sure, you can get a pondless type of thing where you put your basin in the ground, you put some rocks there. Of course, you're going to have your pump. It looks like water's coming down into some fancy rocks or even marbles or cut glass that you have. I'm going to use it for an existing pond. I'm going to use it as a decorative basin that I make from a liner. I'm going to use it in different ways, and I'm even going to put some lighting to it and some fog where when it's hanging you can see some egg lights come through, and wherever the water comes through you should be able to see the rays of light coming through. So I'm just trying to get something, and one word of caution with the rain chains, they are very, very high in demand. So if you order something, you could have possibly a couple weeks to maybe a month wait, because they do fly. And this here type of rain chain, or the brand, is probably the premier one. These here are made of complete pure copper. They're not the ones some people say they're pure copper and then you dig down and it's another type of metal. So these here will take on a patina. They'll change like a dark color and then get some blue in there. These here are pretty pure where they haven't started changing. But in the aspect of, here you can see where this one has a little blue, maybe not, but in the aspects of garden art, that's where it's at. The patina, aging of your material, it looks real nice. Real cool garden type of a feature for anything that you want to kind of do. And like I said, you can make something that's small. Maybe you can use 3 or 4 cups. Maybe you want to go 5, but I'm going to give you the option of doing that. Show you how to do it. Right now it's a little bit early, so wanted to share this information with you. What is a rain chain cup? What we can do with it? What a lot of people are using it for, and don't feel slighted. We can still use them if we can't use them for a gutter. So that's it for now.